Is my mic on? There we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Casual Conversations with the Homies. We got Guru, Tito. We're back. But we have a new addition to the squad. The man himself, J Dog. Justin. Boom. There we go. He's on. He's on. He hit me up
J
and
Dog.
he was like, I want to be on the show. I want to talk some things. So, he's a man of his word. He stepped up to the plate and he's here and he's talking. So go ahead, Justin. Introduce yourself for people on the rewatch.
It's like laggy on my part. I don't know. It's weird. Wait.
It's all good. Could you hear me, Justin?
I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how you doing? So
It's
go ahead,
weird.
introduce yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So, excited to be on here. First time participant, first time listener. Um, yeah, I got some extreme views. I love Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, I can hear you. Wait, is it going?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, there you go. I see you now. Okay.
Yeah, you might don't watch it live on your computer because it's like a lag. So you just have to, look through the
Uh,
Skype browser.
oh, I see the problem. Dude, I got the live going in the background. My bad.
Oh,
I'm a rookie, guys. I'm a rookie. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm like LeBron. I'm ready to just, jump in there. Yeah, no, I love sports. Big MMA fan. Big football, basketball, kind of baseball. Anything with a ball, I like talking about it. So, or if you
Pause.
got two balls, I like talking to you. So,
pause.
there you go.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
So we want to start off the show with a guru. Guru wanted to talk about another ball, which we rarely talk about, which is tennis. So go ahead, Guru. I'm gonna let you lead this one because I didn't watch the French Open. I know who won though, but go ahead, Guru.
Well, I didn't. I didn't. I was catching some of the highlights. I've been a long time tennis fan, but yesterday's match was epic. I mean, uh, Djokovic and Nadal. Man, that was just like it was a crazy match. It went on for hours. It was supposed to be postponed until the next day, but the match was so exciting. I think it went to like six. It went 6 rounds, and it was like 5 hours or something like that. But it was probably one of the best tennis matches I've seen. It was like a toe to toe heavyweight championship fight on that clay. It was just beautiful. And I recommend those who maybe casual watchers of tennis check that match out. It was something to see. It was a great match. Djokovic came out the winner, of course. Nadal, I believe it was the third time he's ever lost at the French.
Yeah. And
So
and I was gonna stop you, Guru, and say you can't say of course whenever it's Nadal on clay.
King of
Nadal,
Clay.
like you said, obviously French Open gets played on clay. Nadal, the Spaniard is king when it comes to it. This was only his third loss when it came, but yeah, like Guru said, the match was epic. I back and forth, entertaining as it comes. I mean, Joker, um, number one tennis player in the world, and he's gonna bring it. But it's something about Nadal and Clay that just has that legendary status. Kind of like Brady in Super Bowls. But it definitely comes down to it was a great match. The final is gonna be pretty cool, but I think Joker walks away with it handily after beating Nadal, who's king of the court, especially on clay.
yeah, without a doubt.
I
That,
mean,
that's
I just read about it too. My bad. And the King of Clay. I mean, them clashing, and I want to say I don't even know how. I know Joker's been at the top of his game, and Nadal I think's had some injury like the past couple of years, and people forget like how good he is, like how talented, and like when two guys like especially in tennis, like you go back to like Agassi and like Mac or not McEnroe. What's his name? Pete Sampras, right? Like you go back to that shit. Like those were like matches where it was like almost like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, just like heavyweight back and forth shit. And like tennis needs that. Like I feel bad for Osaka. That's kind of like overshadowing the mental health stuff. Like I feel for her, but it's taking away from like the game itself, which you don't want to take away from, especially, tennis needs these stars. Like they need more like rising stars. And some of these dudes are getting up there, man. How many more years they have, like they're going to be able to like display these skills and, you just got to enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't watch too much tennis. I know what you guys are talking about. I do understand, Justin, that these guys are getting older. That's like all sports, man. It's actually like the next sport we're talking about, baseball. Um, these young budding stars and like building up the new. How can I say this? How did I say it last time we were on here? Like just just a new era of
Pass
baseball.
the
Yeah,
torch, man. They got past the torch,
yeah, and
man.
also, hold on, somebody's at my door. You guys keep talking.
Uh, yeah, I feel bad I didn't see it, man, because I saw it on ESPN and I saw them talking about it and I was like, damn. And I'm like, but I'll probably go back and watch it. I might YouTube it and just see it just to like appreciate it, you know?
I thought, yeah, it was just one of those matches where I think, like you said, tennis needs those kind of matches in order to, get the audience it wants. It has a pretty big audience, but when you have matches like that and top players going at it, it's only great for the game.
It's like Kobe and LeBron going at it and nobody watching that shit, and nobody turned it on. Like, why are you fucking shit? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
We can swear on
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
go
I
ahead, go
swear a
ahead.
lot. It's
you're
because I
free.
tell the truth. That's why I swear. I'm honest
You're
as
free.
fuck. I'm hella bad, hella hypey. Sorry.
All right. He said he's hyped up. He's hypey.
Good.
So yeah, let's move on to MLB. I seen something with Garrett Cole. It was an interview that he was questioned about because they were talking about the offensive numbers in MLB are like record lows right now, and they was asking about the sticky stuff, the rosin and the little tricks. And he in his interview he was like, we got some things passed down to us as pitchers, and I don't know what's going on, but it's like things that I was taught. Like he kind of kept it vague. My whole thing is I'm okay with people getting a edge in baseball if they're all doing it, which it kind of seemed like all the pitchers are doing it. But now it's like maybe we can do a different ball so the hitters can get like an advantage. Or I'm gonna say it right now, controversial statement: bring back the juice. Let it be 100%.
Steroid era. Steroid
Let it
era.
be entertaining. Let it be what it's supposed to be, man. And I'm here for it. Did anybody
Uh,
catch that interview he did? Did
I saw
I
it.
did. I
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward, but
He was like,
It's like the guy that got caught cheating and his girl was like, all this proof, and the guy's like, well, yeah, nah, bro, you got caught. Like, just take your ass whipping and just move on.
yeah, but
and listen, basically, essentially, what it seemed like he was saying, what I gathered, what Garrett Cole was saying was, hey, if MLB is going to be legislating it, then I'm all for them tightening the rules, and I just can't do what I'm doing, really, So it wasn't like he denied it, by based on his actions. It's been going on for years. I've seen pitchers back in the day get caught many times up on the plate, and they might have to do something about it. Chris Davis, who used to be with the Oakland Athletics, he's in Houston, and people thought that he had just slumped. But really, that when you doctor those balls like that, it gives the pitchers a huge advantage, and it just goes to show you how hard it is to hit a baseball. That's why I say Barry Bonds should still be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
But
well, I
anyway,
mean, uh, I'm having trouble with the fact that they made this change to the baseball, right? They definitely said, we're gonna dull it down or whatever, and it's like the numbers are supporting that, right? Like low scoring. Although there's some teams out there that are still bashing the ball, that are definitely doing pretty good and holding their own. But they make this change, and the numbers are supporting it. But then everything that we're seeing recently in the news is them going after pitchers, like this substance, this sticky stuff, whatever, and it's like like you kind of changed the game to favor the pitcher, and now you're going after the pitcher again. Like it's baseball though. Like I mean, I think it's a poorly ran. They have one of the worst commissioners, if not the worst commissioner in all of the major sports out there. That's just not in always sending the wrong message. I mean, we opened the show with tennis and saying we want that excitement. I mean, the rest of the world watches tennis. And, it's kind of like soccer. It's not big here, but it's definitely going to be outside of the actual states. But we want that excitement with baseball. I mean, there was not too long ago we were talking about the home run, right? Like celebrate, celebrate everything and anything. You have somebody like Trevor Bauer, who's a top line pitcher, who's promoting the batter to, yes, you got the best of me. You won this battle. Let's bring excitement, because you do need that, man. Like people want to see that. Like, man, I'm a big, self-proclaimed MMA fan as well. And what's our motto,
Go
Ramir?
for
Go for
broke.
broke. If I'm not seeing, these knockouts, if I'm not seeing these flashy things, then guess what? That interest is gonna be, a little bit less. I mean, I say less because I watch absolutely everything, but I mean, yeah, like I just feel weird about baseball. Like there's always these unwritten rules, unspoken. But I mean, it is what it is. I agree. If let people juice, let people want to get an advantage, whatever. Like it's a sport. Let's just play. Whoever wins wins. Let it be an even playing field. But that's never been the case, especially with baseball. Look at the cap.
Dang.
There's no ethics in baseball. Let's go back in history. Let's do a little history lesson, guys. I love history. Let's go back to your favorite era where they're just jacking homers like left and right. Those dudes were juiced to the fucking gills. I mean, Mark McGuire's arms looked like fucking Hulk Hogan from the goddamn 90s, okay? They were juiced to the fucking gills. Nobody gave a fuck, including baseball. Keep smacking those fucking balls. Keep getting people in their seats. People didn't give a fuck. Then you have the Astros cheating shit. Again, baseball don't give a fuck. Then you have more cheating. It's blatant. The pitchers are like, well, what do you want me to do? They let me. Here's the thing. Barry Bonds, you could say he didn't cheat because what he did was not cheating at the time. Motherfucker rubbed shit on him and made him bigger, made him be able to do more than he could. No man gets, as you get older, gets better. That's all I'm saying. So that's my problem with Barry Bonds. My problem is he should admit he did wrong. Admit you took the shit. Admit you did wrong and move the fuck on. And that's why he's not in the Hall. Until he fully admits he fucking did wrong and he let a lot of people down, it's never going to change. Baseball to me is like got a black eye. It's like a domestic violence fucking case hiding away and shit. We all know shit's going on. Call the cops and report it. Get that shit fixed. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even a baseball fan. I'm just telling you, like, it's fucking sad as fuck. Boxing's right behind it. They're getting beat behind, and you need to call for help on boxing too, but... Hey, man, we'll get to that top a little bit, but that's what I'll say.
Yeah, I hear you, Justin. I hear you. Barry Bonds never gonna admit that though, and
he's never
and most
and
I think most people are like you. They're okay with the thought of him being in it. They just kind of want to just hear him say it, like the rest of them, But
like I love R. Kelly, right? But I can't like his music anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's like it's cancel culture shit, bro. Like I get it. I love Michael Jackson. Michael did some weird shit. I still love him though. It's the same way. I still love baseball, but they're in some weird shit, and I got to step away for a while. They got to fix it. I'm gonna come back.
Well, the one thing that's surprising baseball right now. Let's talk about some non-controversial things, and that's the best team in baseball right now. I didn't see it coming. I personally don't like this team, but the San Francisco Giants, they're playing pretty good. I think they got the highest winning percentage right now. One of the teams that's
finally got the talent, bro. Fucking,
I think Tampa Bay might be. I think Tampa Bay might have the best record.
I think Tampa Bay is like a point after. They got the most wins, but I think the Giants have the best percentage. I'll just check. Okay, Tampa Bay has 40 wins, and then the Giants has 39, but their percentage is 62.9. Go ahead, Guru. Is Guru, are you there? Is this camera froze?
He might have dropped off. I don't see him on the call.
Maybe the baseball thing. He got mad and left. I don't know. I might have pissed some people off on that.
Nah. He'll call back in. Come on, Guru.
Hey, Giants are doing great, though. It's awesome. I mean, we sucked for like the last 2 years. I mean, but again, you mortgaged your farm system for 3 titles. I mean, that's what the Lakers did. Look at the Lakers. You're doing that. It's going to blow up in your face. The Giants went through it, and now they're good. I don't know. That's where I'm at. But we'll see. The season is young.
Yeah, we'll see. Guru. Let me text Guru right fast, see what's happening to his camera. Is he back? Nope. His picture is still on there, so it looks symmetrically cool. Call back in. All right. I mean, baseball season, we'll see what's going on. The A's is still, we're still rocking it. We're still beating the Astros. That's my
Moneyball. Like, no titles in Moneyball. No championship.
Let's talk about it. Cause I don't disagree with you. I don't. It's enough to get you there to have you like a little bit of splash. But in all sports, you need those guys to take you over the hump. And the A's, once again, they're not wanting to pay people and they don't want no stars.
No.
Go ahead.
The A's are the best farm system for every other team in the MLB, bro. They're like the best farm system. I mean, the Yankees, the Red Sox, like, where would they be without the A's?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
nowhere.
Like, respect where it's due. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
I'll stop.
No, it's all good. I'm saying we talked about it before. We all know about the A's, so it's not like we're not surprised.
I love the A's though. I want you guys to win. It's an awesome story, but fuck, you broke my heart. It's like the San Jose Sharks. You broke my fucking heart too many times. I don't believe in that shit. It's like Santa Claus. Nah, I can't believe people. I want to believe, but you just
the Sharks.
You
that's
broke
a different.
my fucking heart.
At least the Sharks gets players that are pretty good. Like the A's, they'll get players that are good, and once they get to that part where they're like kind of all-star level, they'll say, "All right, let's just let him go. Let's let him be a star somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's let him blossom.
Yeah.
Let's let him.
Let's not pay them. Let them go flourish on the Yankees. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They get him out of
So
there.
every single World Series is like, dang, he just played for the A's. It'd be guys on
Real.
both teams. Like, God dang it, he played for both of those. We had all these
If
players.
only we had all those together. You're like, yeah, last year, fuck.
The A's, like, we forget, like, obviously we're talking about sports, right?
Yeah.
But we forget that it's business. And it's like the A's are a perfectly ran business, so to speak. Like, they're making money. They're profitable. They do their thing, and they don't spend unwisely. Like, I mean, one can say they actually don't spend wisely either, because you could keep some of these guys and pay them enough, but it's baseball. All of these guys are gonna go get double, from somebody else, because you're gonna get teams that overspend and want that championship, and it's just how that organization is actually ran. I'm glad you mentioned the Sharks. Glad you mentioned the Sharks, because Ramir's right. They do go after these big players. They do teeter around the cap, and it's just a losing organization.
Yeah, they just can't. They can't pull off the big one.
Blow it up. Blow it up and start over. Blow it up. It's time to pull. I mean, I don't care how many years you make the playoffs. It's like the Patriots. They can make the playoffs every fucking year. I want a title. If you go 10 times, you don't win one title, you suck. If you're the Buffalo Bills, you go 3 times in a row, you don't win one, you suck forever. I would never want to be that shit, but hey.
But hey. All right, I think Google's phone is dead. I think he looked like he was out, and his phone, he wasn't on his computer. So we'll just, because he hasn't texted me back, but we'll just keep it going. Once he gets home, hopefully we'll still be on and he can just kind of call back in. All right, let's move on to the NFL. So, Justin, nobody here is a Niners fan. We're going to talk Aaron Rodgers. We're going to talk other news like Russell Wilson backtracking on his comments to leave in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, I got disgruntled QBs. I got a list. Yeah, let's talk about it.
What about the Niners organization? So I'm going to let you just go ahead and tell me how you feel being a Niners fan, about your aspects for the upcoming season, and, just overall how the team is ran. Because I have some opinions that I think the Niners are one of the most ungrateful franchises in the NFL right now when it comes to player personnel. Yep. But go ahead, Justin. Go ahead. This is your team. This is your squad.
All right. So I'm going to just say this now, and I'm going to make a very bold claim, and I'm probably going to, catch a lot of shit for this, but I just have this feeling. Niners will go to the Super Bowl this year and win.
Get out of here. How are you?
Wait. Is Guru still here? I think Guru's still here.
And again, I know that's a bold claim. That's a bold claim. I want you to think about last season, and I want you to think about what happened last season, and I want you to think about who was in that NFC Championship game. Who was there? It was Green Bay, and who are they? The Green Bay and what was the other team?
Tampa Bay.
Who? Tampa Bay. They won, right? Okay. Tampa Bay to me is only a very slightly better Niner team. I still think, and we did play them last year, I want to say, right? Didn't we? Did we play them last year? I can't remember. I know we lost probably, but I'm saying if you match us up, we'll fuck them up. And I tell you this because we will get after Brady. We will hurt him, and the person behind him, we already know him, will break that dude too. And so just telling you, NFC, like Aaron Rodgers, where are the Green Bay at? They don't have a quarterback. There's disgruntledness in Seattle. Arizona is still young. They got a lot of pieces, but I don't think they're ready. Who else is there? LA, we'll fuck LA up again. I mean, we're in the toughest division, okay? Our division alone, whoever wins that division is going to fuck everyone else up. That's facts. I'm sorry. We fuck anyone else up. And I just feel like with the ownership is like they stepped away. The owner said, I don't know shit. I hired a genius in offense. I hired a pretty good guy with a good football mind. One of the greatest fucking linebackers to ever play the game. Or safety, sorry. And, another thing you don't realize, too, is they have a VP of player personnel named Adam Peters. Adam Peters is actually the guy that built Denver. He made Denver and got them that championship. He drafted a lot of those dudes. So that's the guy evaluating talent. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what Jimmy G does. He could play like shit or just play mediocre. They still have a guy behind him that's going to be awesome. They got a great defense. Pretty potent offense. We've got a solid run game. I mean, we're just going to run the ball down your throat, and you guys can't do shit about it. That's the funny part about it. It's like on the MMA.
That's my question. I have a question for you.
All right, go.
Who's your quarterback? It's
Jimmy G right now. Right now, Jimmy G. But Jimmy G knows he's on borrowed time. It doesn't matter. He'll go down. He'll probably get injured. I don't believe him. They should have cut him. They should have traded him New England. I would have traded him New England, honestly. But, it's not my choice, not my team. But Jimmy just hasn't earned the money. He got a lot of money. I mean, he's pretty good. I still think Jimmy G is a lot better than a lot of the other talent in the NFL. And then I'll say this also, guys. We'll go take us back to history again. The Buccaneers, right? Their first NFL championship. Who the fuck was the quarterback? Do you remember?
Rob Johnson.
Remember him. Go look it up.
Rob Johnson.
Okay, I was actually thinking about Trent Dilfer.
Dilfer won with the Ravens.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Shitty quarterbacks with really good defenses that win titles. That's
a proven commodity. But guess what? The Niners don't have a good defense, or a great defense. They don't have a Super Bowl caliber defense. Shitty offenses can be carried by a stout defense. Yeah. That's not the Niners, though. The Niners are built around offense. As you said, an offensive genius. If you can't do it with a first-round pick, if you can't do it with backups, I don't see it, man. I'm sorry. I see the talent. I spoke very highly of them this past year, but I don't see it. But then again, I mean, it's the NFL, man. Everybody's coming. Everybody is looking to get better. There's crazy teams. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and just say, who's going to stop Tampa Bay? They brought everybody back. Another year to work that system. Guess what? Until Tom Brady shows me otherwise, nobody's beating him.
I like that.
Eli Manning's out of the league. Eli Kryptonite Manning is out. Nobody's beating him.
So, Justin,
wouldn't it be a great story for Jimmy though to beat Brady though and like send him home? That'd be a great story,
it's
right?
Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
But this isn't Hollywood, man. This isn't Hollywood.
Hey,
it won't be Jimmy beating him. It'll be the whole team kicking Brady's ass, and he won't be able to do anything about it. That'll be the funny part.
We'll see. You guys got a lot of players coming back from injury, and that alone right there.
Yeah, you don't know how it's gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. That already cancels out their great defense. I have to see it for 5 games in a row, and then I'll put them back in that category. But they're not. I will admit that the NFC West is hard, but right now it is open. So if it was one team that could win the NFC West, the Niners could win because the LA Rams got a new quarterback that I'm not proving on. He has to prove himself out there, has to learn a new system. Seattle, I think they do have some issues. I think Russell Wilson did want to trade, and that was a shot at his offensive line because he's tired of getting hit. So how do you say that you never requested a trade request, but you agree with those teams that you would go to. But it's not a slight at your offensive line. I'm not talking about them, but your problem was that you were getting hit too much. Who's supposed to protect you? The offensive line. So I'm pretty sure you got a problem with that. The Arizona Cardinals, I hate them. Their quarterback stinks. We don't need to talk about them. J.J. Watt is too old. D-Hop, he's good, but, whatever. And then, we got you guys, the Niners. The quarterback situation, I think the Niners now, I've been on this show to say, I've been proven on this show to say about Jimmy G, I don't think he's that bad. I think he's all right. Like, I think it's a lot of quarterbacks in the league who's just okay, and he's okay. And he made it to a Super Bowl. I don't care if he didn't do it all himself, but he did something some games. And if you got to run a game like that they had that year, you got to keep giving it to the running game. You got to give it to what's working. So
they went away from it. That's why they lost, man. That's the thing. Why go away from what works? But the problem is that when Jimmy G got exposed, because the thing is about when I talk about other quarterbacks, those guys made the throws when they had to. All he needed to do was make that one throw for 20 yards. Get that first down. The game is over. But he didn't get that shot. But you're
But
getting paid the money.
since he missed that one throw, he's complete trash.
Not even just that one.
It was like 3. It was like 3. It wasn't. But he got him to that, and I can't believe I'm fighting for Jimmy.
But it's the play calling. It's the play calling, right? That Shanahan to me shouldn't get if you're the offensive guru and you're the greatest, what the fuck are you drawing up? Are you smoking weed? Like what are you on that you drawing up plays like that make no fucking sense?
See,
like
I agree with you on that one, and that's something on this show that we can agree on. That he's a fake QB guru, and he's a fake guru that he's not really drawing up.
Dad.
You know,
kind of like his dad.
I hate his dad. He's
RG3, bro. What is it? They fucking broke RG3, man. You know how good he would be if they never coached him.
Yeah, never. Fuck. Yeah. They
Lamar Odom before Lamar Odom. Come on.
Lamar Jackson. He said Lamar.
Oh, there we go.
Lamar. Oh, that's different. That's
sorry. That shit was funny. I lost that. Sorry.
Nah, but yeah, I feel it. So we'll see. Let's talk about my team. Let's talk about the Raiders right now. And I was thinking about this, and it just came across my mind about talking about the Oakland. So the Las Vegas Raiders have the same issue, man. When I'm looking at who's the starter at franchise or who's the go-to guy, we don't really have one right now. Derek Carr's on his last leg. You know, the offensive, all the receivers we getting all these. We don't got no good receivers right now. Willie Snead,
running back. Got the running back, bro.
He's okay,
good.
But he has some off the field issues. But he's a running back and he can't carry the ball 30 times. Like John Gruden has shown over and over that he would run a running back 1,000,000 times and break his career down to have it short. And on defense, we have nobody on defense. We picked up some free agents. But I'm saying all this to say this. The Las Vegas Raiders problem, and I know Derek Carr's on a hot seat, but I'm thinking this should be John Gruden's last year. Whoa, Gruden's back, and we can see his underwear. Pull the camera up, Guru.
My shorts.
Guru, you just did. We talking football. Hey, Guru, when you left, our new man Justin here predicted that the San Francisco 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. Now, Guru, you being an ultimate Cowboys fan, and this guy being an ultimate Niner fan, this is the greatest opportunity to tell me if you agree with Justin's statement that the Niners are going to be the best team in the NFC or not. Go ahead, Guru.
No. And the reason why is because they have talent, but Jimmy G is a porcelain doll. All right? He's not going to last you 16 games. If he did, I would kind of go along with that to say, yeah, they'd be a threat because anytime he started for them, good things happen. But because of his fragility, I'm going to say no.
Okay. I think you guys kind of agreed on this now. You said Jimmy.
No, I want Jimmy G gone. They should have cut him already, honestly. They should have just saved the whatever $1 million and just they don't want to admit it was a bad trade. It was a bad mistake because ownership fucked up.
How was it a bad trade when they got to the Super Bowl? I think that it legitifies the trade.
They have gotten at that time. There was other guys they were looking at. They should. I'm trying to think who else was available at that time, but nah, Jimmy G.
Kirk Cousins.
I feel like they could have drafted fucking what's his name from Kansas City. I mean, god damn it. We fucking in that same draft we get Solomon Thomas and we get fucking Reuben Foster. Like, give me a fucking 6-pack of beer and a trash can is better. I mean, come on, man. Just wait.
And he has a point because Jimmy G's only played like 25, 26 games. Think about that. He's been there 3 years. Yes, he got up to a Super Bowl, but you're basically paying him $1 million a game, in his signing bonus alone. So it's like you just, the best ability is the availability. And you know what? Shanahan did have the opportunity to get Patrick Mahomes. There's no excuse for it. He's the quarterback whisperer. He should have done his homework, but it just goes to show you that people like him and John Gruden who come from that West Coast.
Why are you talking about John Gruden? We have nothing to do with the Niners right now. Dang, Guru, I already talked about him. I said my piece. He's on a hot seat. But stop bringing up the Raiders when we get the chance, man. We have nothing to do with this. First of all, the Niners is you just like the rest of the fans, man. Y'all don't appreciate nothing. Y'all didn't appreciate Jim Harbaugh. Y'all didn't appreciate none of Kaepernick when y'all had him. Y'all don't appreciate Jimmy G right now. Y'all don't appreciate nothing. The running backs, Jimmy G got y'all to a Super Bowl. I don't care what nobody tell me. I know y'all didn't win. maybe I'm a Raider fan. And I haven't sniffed the Super Bowl since 02, 01. So maybe that's why I'm
Hey yo,
appreciative.
eh,
But
I agree. I agree, Raymir, but I got 2 words for you, man. Khalil Mack.
suck it. Oh no, go ahead. What you mean by Khalil Mack? Go ahead.
Hey, they got a
Appreciation,
lot
man.
for him, didn't
I
they?
agree. I agree with the appreciation about the Niners. Yes, they got to do better by it, and do it. But appreciation. John Gruden, man. John Gruden did not appreciate
We
Khalil
know that
Mack. You know,
John Gruden is he is the reason why we're in this boat right now. To me, you take Jack Del Rio, JDR, the Hayward
yep,
Bay Area kid who got the Raiders to 12-4 record. Derek Carr gets hurt, and of course you're gonna have an off year because Derek Carr comes back from injury, and you cut him because you let. Like I said, they let Jack Del Rio go because they knew they were moving to Vegas. And they needed something for the next 2 years that was going to satisfy the fans so they can go to the game and
yep.
sell out. So you bring back a fan favorite coach at the time, John Gruden, and you bring in Marshawn Lynch to hype the crowd up to get people to come to the games. We've been hoodwinked. I've been tricked. I've been bamboozled. I already know this, Guru. We know this. But when we're talking about the Niners, let's talk about the Niners. Like we don't gotta keep beating on the dead horse. Like do the sun shine in the morning?
Hey, I can talk about the Niners all day. I've been on this show. You guys know how I feel about Shanahan. I think he's a fraud. I think he's always been a fraud. We got to look at him at his record. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we're always hurt. We're always hurt." I'm sorry, man. You got to do something. If it was any other coach, any other system, he would have been gone already.
No, Marvin Lewis stayed in the Bengals for 15
Oh,
years.
come on. They're dysfunctional as fuck. No, that's not fair. That's not the same. That's not the same.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan. He's not all that bad. He ain't the good.
6-year guaranteed contract. How many guaranteed years does your coach have? That's why he's trumping up your team, bro. It's a Trump thing. He came in, took the money, and he's dragging the team down. Then he's gonna be like, look how bad it is. He made it worse than it when they came in. Come on, man.
I agree with that.
And his ideology, his fucking thinking is like 20 years old, bro. Like, yeah, if we were in 2001, you guys would be super good with the way you guys run your team. But unfortunately, we're in 2021 and things have changed a bit. He just needs to get with the fucking times. And your GM sucks too. He's garbage. He's a fucking idiot. I mean,
we're not talking about the Raiders right now. Why are we still talking about the Las Vegas
the
greatest franchise of all time Raiders? We're not.
I'm interested on this Niner front, man, because it's
Silence.
this is like
Who's
a
gonna
reset
have a better
year,
record,
right?
guys?
You guys literally
Niners,
mortgage your
the
future, right?
Cowboys, or the Raiders?
No, but with the Niners, this is literally like a reset button. This year is a reset, right? Like you guys mortgage your future, you trade away all those picks.
Sure, it's Shanahan's gone, the GM's gone. They probably both go because they both signed together and they just re-signed whatever. But I would think you have to get rid of both, or at least the GM's going to get fired for putting the team together. Someone's going to get fired if they don't win anything less than like NFC Championship game like that far. I think they're going to blow some shit up.
Yeah,
they're going to trade.
I don't think this year though. That's by doing what they did, they bought them another 2 years at least.
Yeah,
because we have a rookie. Because if Jimmy G doesn't pan out, I'm sorry, you guys are going to be a bottom 10 team. If Jimmy G doesn't pan out, Trey Lance has the tools. We've talked about him. We've all been high on this show, on Trey Lance. But that's not going to be a Super Bowl caliber team with Trey Lance starting right away. It's going to take some time to actually go. So this is a team. This is a reset button. I don't think the ceiling is at Super Bowl. I really think the ceiling is like 8-8. Get
it's
to
17 games now, so you got to throw.
It's 17 games now. So what? 8-9, 9-8, whatever we want to call it. 8.5. Let's throw in a draw there. A tie. But yeah, it's like I think that's the ceiling. But it's the West, though, man. Everybody's coming. Everybody's getting better. It's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, look, I'm a Washington fan. My team don't even have a name still, and when it comes down to is look at our defense. Look at Ramir's boy, Jack Del Rio. I'm glad we have him, man. Look at what they're actually doing. Just imagine if we had a quarterback, man. I would give anything, but
speaking of giving anything for quarterbacks, what are you guys gonna? So Guru, I'm gonna let you go first. So Guru, Justin, Tito, and then I'll go last. So Guru, we're switching to Aaron Rodgers, and in 1 minute or so, we're all gonna give our 1 minute takes, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it. But go ahead, Guru. Aaron Rodgers, what's gonna happen? How do you feel about it? Whose fault is it? Who's that? What?
Well, I believe he's at fault because what he's doing is he's making the people upstairs look bad. Uh, Gutekunst has done a great job of surrounding him with talent. That's why they've been to two NFC Championship games, and they gave him the contract he wanted at the time, 4 years, 134 million. He says he's not sensitive that Jordan Love is there, but everything is pointing to the fact that he is. They don't need any more receivers. He has good receivers. Yes, I do know last year's receiving class was great, but you don't make it to the NFC Championship game without having a great supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
And and Gutekunst is like, I'll be damned if you're going to make me look like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So you're going to sit out. And look, Jordan Love, people can criticize him or whatever. That man, until he gets some live football ammunition, I'm not judging him at all. I don't care what he does in practice.
Okay.
I've had several practices in good games.
Okay. I feel you. Go ahead, Justin.
So I'm kind of the flip side of it. I feel like ownership let Aaron down, and I feel like them drafting Love was a slap in the face because they could have gotten some nice wide receiver talent. You could say they got talent, and I know they got a guy named Devontae Adams, but I'm like, if you could pair him with like a Jerry Jeudy or I don't know, Brandon Ayuk, I don't know, and then you give Rodgers these weapons. I mean, Rodgers by himself is an MVP. He makes anybody like better. I feel like Jordan Love, they're going to be a bottom-feeding team if he plays and starts. He's going to get smoked bad. Everyone's just going to rush him. And honestly, like for Rodgers, I kind of hope he gets traded to like the Broncos or like a team that really needs that quarterback to push them over and he wins the title. And kind of does the Brady thing and kind of snubs his little nose at Green Bay and says, big like this. Like that's kind of what I hope. I wanted the Niners to get him, and then I'm done. But yeah.
All right, Tito.
So I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I think both both people are wrong in this situation. I feel like the Packers have surrounded him with talent. Rodgers does have, like Rodgers is an MVP, is that caliber quarterback, and they have gone to 2 NFC Championship games. And he can't say he hasn't been surrounded with it. I mean, if anything, if I was Rodgers, I'd be complaining about our defense. That defense, you should definitely rely if you're having a bad game. Because guess what? I will blame Rodgers. NFC Championship games. Those are games where he didn't show up at all. At all. That's just every single time he's there on one of the biggest stages, does not show up. And that does fall on him. He's the quarterback. He's that leader of that team. He has to step up. So there's blame there, all of it. But I'm still the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan. I think he still has some more years in him. I think he actually gets a Super Bowl. I don't know with who, but he could take a next team over the hump on it. But yeah, it's also a product of just what we're in now, though. Players are going to try and be bigger than the actual team, than the bigger than the NFL. And no one's ever tried to push their way out the way he's actually doing it. We see it in other sports. We see it in basketball for sure, but this is the first time that he's trying to be the first. Is the NFL going to let him? Because guess what? If this happens, I would do it. His value is only going down. But if this happens, guess what? This is going to open the floodgates for every single person that's on the franchise tag, that's unhappy or anything. Everybody's going to do it.
All right. I hear all y'all points. And one thing about well, I guess I should start off by saying I think Aaron Rodgers is a great player. He's one of the best NFL players in the league right now. But personally, I don't like him. He's like an unlikable person from his, what he's showing on TV and whatnot. But I would say this though, I don't understand why he's like, I like that part about him though. I don't understand why he's so disgruntled though. Like, of course they drafted Jordan Love. That's one thing, but at all jobs, they bring in people who they, to fill up a team who they might need in the future. But if they're caring about you, like say if he was underpaid, or if they didn't show appreciation, or if they didn't want him, they want Aaron Rodgers on the team. They haven't said anything negative about him. He just has a rift personally. He doesn't like somebody, and that's how Aaron Rodgers is. When he doesn't like somebody, he don't care if it's his mother, his father, or his brother. He will cut you off and not come back, and that's who he is. So for him doing that and showing that, I have to apply that to the situation because I understand you could get a receiver in the draft. You could consult with them, but they don't do that with none of these players. Like look at Deshaun Watson in Texans. He want a new coach. They didn't call him. They don't. The organization is going to be the organizations, and the players are going to be the players. And Aaron Rodgers made it to the NFC Championship team. I mean NFC Championship, and he actually was the MVP last year. So I don't understand why you want to get off that team so fast, unless it's something else going on. They give him the money. They want to try to I don't know. To me, of course, I want to off the team because he was rumored to want to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. I would give up Derek Carr in a second for that.
You give up Khalil Mack for that.
Man, we gave up Khalil Mack for peanuts, man, and he's out there being a stud in Chicago every single year. But so yeah, we'll see. I think Aaron Rodgers kind of like if he kind of got his foot in the sand, he's going to retire if he can't get traded. He's going to do a Carson Palmer move. He got to the point where he's tired of the organization, even though they didn't do nothing to him. Maybe they just wasn't performing like how he like. Go ahead, Guru. I see you got your hand up. I guess not.
I know. What I was going to say real quick is he should have been to more than one Super Bowl. I mean, there was a time he had Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, and all those guys. And it's like, when is the excuses going to stop? It just seems
John
like
McCarthy.
that prima donna, Exactly. He has running backs. He has skilled players. I mean, that's just him whining. And you know what? If I'm Green Bay and I know this is what they're going to do, they're not going to trade him. I know how Mark Murphy is. He's an old school, under like Ted Thompson, and Mark Murphy used to be a safety. He used to play for Joe Gibbs back in Washington. Pretty good safety. But he's old school, where players you're not going to dictate, no matter, even if it's him. He's going to sit. They're not going to trade him, so you can forget that.
Can I just say this? And like, I want to make this comparison, and I say this just to be hella extreme because I feel it needs. The franchise tag in the NFL is modern day slavery. It is like fucked up. It's like illegal. It's goddamn like shouldn't be around. And I'm sorry, like the way they tie these dudes up for years, they're fucking prime and take their money. That's what he's fighting for. And I know it doesn't seem on the surface because yeah, he's an asshole. He's all for himself, but he's really fighting for like rights and shit. I mean, Green Bay is a great organization and they're top notch, but they haven't been kind to Aaron in a lot of ways. When you think about how he came into the NFL, he was on the flip side of the situation he's in. So that's his entrance into this organization. That's your entrance into your employer. Your employer's toxic. It's going to mess with you. You're going to lash out. You're going to act different ways. I'm just saying he's done a lot for them. And like Tito said, McCarthy wasted. They let him dangle and Marvin Lewis a little too long and just they should have cut him. And now they got an okay coach in Matt LaFleur. I like him. He was an assistant for the Niners, or he shares his brother was, whatever. But I just think Green Bay, like without Rodgers, they're not even a playoff team. They're not. They're garbage.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a good statement.
They're shit. They're shit.
I agree.
I think it'll take Jordan Love a year.
I'll bet on it, man. I don't know.
Like
they're
even
garbage.
Aaron Rodgers' first year, he went like 6-10. So it's gonna be a learning curve for any quarterback. So I don't expect
for sure
Jordan Love to come in and go 11-6. It'd be 11-6. So.
So now to go back to Lance, right? This is my thing with Lance. Lance needs to sit, right? But I don't think he's going to have to be able to sit because the plastic man's in front of him. Like, fucking, he's going to walk and break an ankle or some shit. Like, it's just – so he'll have to play. Like, he's going to have to. And, I mean, that's going to be where it's like, if he's hella good, I don't know. Like, I'll go back to another thing. Pittsburgh, right? Ben Roethlisberger, what year was he in when he won that title? Well, when that first one, how many years did he have in the NFL? So I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Anything's possible with the right cast and a little bit of magic. You just need a little bit of magic. So we'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. Any other NFL news? Anybody want to speak on that we can kind of come together and talk about?
Just the fact that these quarterbacks in particular that are going to be playing this year, Justin Fields, who looks like a lot to be a starter for the Bears. Again, I want to go on record and say that Zach. What's his name? Zach Morris.
Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Yes.
Yes.
Zach Wilson. Listen, this young man is going to be a disaster. Like if they
Wonderful.
expect him to go out there and be anything competitive for the Jets, they are
Wow.
sadly mistaken. He's probably one of the worst picks I've seen in the last 6 years since Johnny Manziel.
Well, I mean, Guru, we have to see him play. I think.
Wait, who's worse, Guru? Ryan Leaf, or Zach Wilson? Let's compare worst to worst. He's like worse than Ryan Leaf? That's
Well,
bad.
I'll put it like this: if we were sitting here last year and all three of us was talking, and I said we are not taking Zach Wilson. If I brought Zach Wilson's name up, people would have thought I was crazy.
You brought up Trey Lance's name, and we thought you were crazy. Was that a year ago? Yeah, but you called that one. Hey, Guru, I don't think he's going to win much games with the Jets neither. He plays for the Jets. I'm like everybody that gets drafted. We have to see him play a little bit and see how that goes.
They got hella talent though. They got hella talent there. Look at all the people they picked up, and then they got a new coach. I don't think they'll be that bad. But
they got your boy Robert Saleh. Oh yeah, the Niners are done. Robert Saleh. The best part of the defense is not even there. I just thought about it. The best part, now, Nick Bosa, he's hurt. So until
the line, the line.
But who made the line? Who made the
line coach, who's now the defensive coordinator?
Oh, okay. He's not giving Saleh that much credit.
You guys watch. I'm telling you, you're going to see some dominoes fall. Like, let's talk about quarterback. So where's Watson going to play? Is he going to play this season? Where's Rodgers going to play? Is Wilson going to stay in Seattle? I don't think I feel like that's his last season there. He's not going to stay there. I don't know. I feel like the Broncos, I feel like Elway, he's going to grab one of these great quarterbacks. He wants a great quarterback. That's his thing. So I feel like one of those guys is going there. They're going the Broncos. Washington, now you need to get one of those guys too, but I don't know if they're going to want to play for you.
Do it.
I like Heineke. I think he's going to be the man in Washington for long. I think that this guy is the real deal. People just slept on him.
Thank you.
Hey man, they're not going to be a sleeper team, but watch out for them. Guru knows.
Yeah, Guru who's going to be first at the NFC East? The Washington or the Cowboys? Guru Tito, give me your thoughts.
Oh.
Yeah, to me, it's hard. To me, Dak Prescott is coming back from catastrophic injury, so he has to prove it. But the Washington has that defense. The Washington has that defense. Justin thinks the Niners have. The Washington football team actually has that defense right now, today. I guess similar, Ohio State defensive ends. I guess it's kind of like the similar team. So we'll see. And back to what you said, Justin, about Deshaun Watson. I don't know what's going to happen. I think he's just going to end up going back to the Texans. He should have never wanted to leave the Texans. Well, I see why he wanted to get out of there. But I don't know. NFL is kind of weird. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think they trade him. If I was a part of the organization, I would trade him. I would give him what he wants. Like, hey, man, you did a great service. You leaving? Oh, my bad, y'all. And who was the third quarterback you said? It was
Wilson, man. Russell Wilson. I just don't think he stays in Seattle.
Russell
Wilson,
think
he's going to stay there.
He is the worst passive-aggressive person I've ever met. If you didn't want to be on that team, say you don't want to be on that team. Don't be putting out reports and then come back like, oh, no, I love the team. And I like Russell Wilson. I always root for him. But it's like I always said since this past offseason, that was the worst move you can make by demanding something and then taking it back and then staying in the middle. Pick a side. I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I like the fact that he's he made a decision. If you make a decision on your life, make a decision and really stand by it. And I don't.
He stays in Seattle. I think Carroll goes after this year.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that too. I mean, the GM they have, I'll be honest, I love the Seattle GM. He used to be a GM. He used to be a person for us. He's the best. I mean, he's built the way he's worked the cap, and that's the secret, I think, is the cap. You knowing the cap and how to plan and effectively build the team. Like the rookie quarterback system, like getting that rookie quarterback, you got 5 years to maximize. That's the window, and that's the thing. The Niners right now are in that window. I mean, other teams are kind of in that same window where you only got those, like you saw the Rams with Jared Goff. They got 1 Super Bowl, 5 years. I mean, that's what you hope for. One shot, win. I don't know. Who's going to have the better record then? So what's the record for the Cowboys? What's the record for Washington? What are we going to say your records are going to be this year? Just like off. Like, what do you think?
I would say for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm looking to go at least. I'm going 12-5.
Tito, what about the former team known as the All Ords?
Washington, I'm gonna be modest. I'm gonna say we're gonna win the division, but we're gonna win it at 11-6
on the last game of the season.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's always interesting having these two guys, fans of teams in the same division, because it's always, it's always going back.
Shit talking's epic.
Yeah, so.
Shit talking's gotta be epic.
Let's see.
As long as Tyler Heineke's on the bench, Washington's not winning anything. They have all the pieces. Keep him on the bench. We won a division title.
I think they're not good. I think they're going to go with him. I think what he did in the playoff, he almost beat Tom Brady. In that first half, he played magical. So I think there'll be an idiot to start Fitzpatrick, even though Fitzpatrick is good for like 4 games in a row. And then that's it. Fitzmagic is good for a couple games.
Rivera came out already. I mean, I know Guru has hella folk out in the DMV, but Rivera already came out already and said it's an open competition.
Wow,
he's stupid. That's fucking up. Nah, see, that's fucked up. Ron Rivera, I don't like this shit. He fucked my boy Alex Smith up. I don't figure that. Fuck that. Fucked up, man.
He said open competition, but I'll tell you, everything that I've seen, everything that I'm hearing, I think Heinicke does have the talent. I think you're right, Raymir, that he definitely almost beat. We were Paul Walker in Fast and the Furious. I almost had you.
Then you died.
But,
no, I almost had you.
I think Fitzmagic actually starts. It's everything that I've seen. I think he has a rapport with Scary Terry, and you guys know how I feel about number 17, man. I think he's a stud receiver, and if you have a rapport with somebody that can be as good as he can, best believe Ryan Fitzmagic is going to be playing, man. Fitzpatrick, if we want to call him by his real name.
That's a mistake.
How old, like 45? Like, how old is Ryan Fitzpatrick?
50? Like
you need somebody to sling the ball, though, man. Dude, I'm telling you, you guys got to watch out. I know Guru knows that receiver.
You're just trying to hype him up because he's potentially going to be the starter and he plays for your team. You're being delusional, Tito.
He played back when Randy Moss was there. He's back around when Randy Moss, wasn't he? Or like the tail end of his career. I mean, he's been playing a while.
He's older than all of us. Well, maybe not Guru.
He is. No, he's my age, actually. I can't play in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think Ron Rivera is making a decision that's the wrong one that he did all last year when it came to his quarterbacks. So I'm not surprised. I don't know. Like, I believe his motivational skills on building a team out of nothing and getting these guys to play. But when it comes to what he did last year and how he's doing this, go ahead, Justin.
Hey, he's got a military background, correct? He's a military guy, right? Okay. Let me tell you why I don't like Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's like a fucking cheerleader, okay? And that works in college, cool, but NFL grown men that get paid are like, stop barking in my face. That's why that shit ran out after a couple years. That's why, for me, Harbaugh, he ran a dysfunctional fucking team, and he was in a dysfunctional thing, but he just didn't make that situation better. And I think Harbaugh, as good as he is, will never win a title. Never win a title. I don't think Ron Rivera will ever win a title just because of the mentality. It's too old school and it won't work. Gruden will never win a title. Same mentality.
Next, okay. Next, you know what, J-Dog? You tripping. The Raiders are going to go 12 and 5. But let's
What? What are you guys smoking? Can I get some? Like 12 and 5. Like, I didn't even say what my record would be, but goddamn, I'm like, man, that's
go for broke. All right, so let's just do some quick hits. It's UFC, was it 263 tonight? Yeah, 263.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get y'all pick'ems right now. Justin, you got the UFC shirt on. Tito's big watcher. Guru, I know you
Yep.
watching some as well. So first fight is who was it? Paul Craig versus Jamali Hill. That's how you say it. Mahal.
Yeah.
Here, let me get my notes out so we can see.
I know. I'm trying to get my little pictures. I just circled people and stuff.
Go ahead, Tito.
Hill is the up and comer, and he's a big favorite, man. He's at a minus 305 at the moment, man. But they're similar in the rankings.
Oh yeah.
So I know my picks. You know, people rely on betting against me because I never pick right. So I'm gonna say Craig here, man. I'm going underdog.
Okay. All right. This is the part people, you know, my boy hit me up. He's like, hey, I need the UFC picks. I'm like, I'll have them for you later. All right. Justin, you want to get in there?
Yeah, I'm probably go with Craig. I mean, I'm just more familiar with him. I want to say his last fight, he fought someone good, like with a hooker or someone, or he's light heavyweight. I forgot who he fought, but he fought someone pretty good. You know, he's pretty game. The new guy's coming in, 8-0, big bright lights. I don't know. Is he going to show up in that moment? Craig's been there. I just feel like I'd rather just lean on experience. And you know, maybe the young guy's going to get flashy and do something, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to go with Craig.
Guru, you got any insight on this fight? Or sure. Guru, you're muted.
You're muted, but he said Craig.
Yeah, he just has more experience, man. You know, yeah.
All right. The next fight, it's a welterweight fight with Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yep.
Who y'all got?
Damn. This is a hard fight. No, someone to go first. I don't really want to go first on this one.
I'm gonna go out and say it, man. You go for broke, man. This is a GRT motto. We going for broke. We got Muhammad here, man. Hey, Maya can take it to the ground, and he's showing something, man. But hey, Muhammad can bang, dude. So
pause. All right, go ahead, Justin.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't really look that much at the prelim shit, but I know these fighters. I remember watching Muhammad. He fought like he's pretty active. This thing is like third fight in the past couple months.
Yeah.
But Maya, I don't know. Is this his last fight? Is this the swan song? Like, man, he's a tough son of a bitch. And on the ground, it's like if it goes to the ground, he's getting tooled, and I just see that where it's going to happen. He's going to catch him like in a heel hook, some crazy shit. If Maya tries to turn this into a kickboxing fight, he's getting his ass beat. So if he just fights smart, that's the only thing. And I think at this point, he's not stupid. This dude will knock him the fuck out. He's going to take it to the ground. He's going to submit him. Like, I'm going to say it's going to go less than a round. It's going to be a domination. I just feel it. I see where Tito's coming from, though, because Muhammad is like the fresher pick. Maya's kind of washed, man. He's kind of like on that last leg, but it's just, I don't know, dude. It's like Cerrone. I feel like he's gonna pull some shit out. He'll figure it out. I don't know. Okay,
all right. So then this is when the card starts, becoming a fan affair, I guess. People are interested in this fight because this guy's interesting. We got Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
This is purely from the heart. So disclaimer for anybody making them picks and betters. Purely from the heart. 209. Stop
it.
So y'all both got Nate winning.
No, but it's like it's hard, right? Because it's like your head versus your heart. Because like, let's be honest, Nate. I mean, we want Nate to win. We're the Stockton slab, the 209.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy he's fighting is legit, dude. I mean, he hasn't fought in a minute, but people are afraid to fight him because he's good.
We don't know what we're getting with both. We don't know what we're getting with both. None of them have fought for a good while. And actually, they're saying Nate Diaz did some cosmetic work to take care of the scar. Yeah, to take care of all the scar tissuing.
So Vanderlei did the same thing before.
Yeah. So we don't know what we're gonna get. I mean, Nate's Nate, man. And I want to see it. Leon Edwards, though, man, dude. When somebody pieces you up and you don't do anything about it, unofficially, I'm sorry, man. You need to have some more cojones out there, dude. But no, I can easily see Edwards pulling this off. He's a great fighter. He's definitely on knocking at the door for the belt. But I'm going with the heart here, man. 209.
Cool. I think Guru's phone overheated, so he's off of here. So we got the God of War versus Brandon Moreno. I don't know how to say his real name because it's very, very hard. But go ahead. Could you say his name?
Diverino Figaro, something like that.
Figueiredo.
There you go. Yeah, that's close.
Very entertaining guy fighting out of Brazil. Who do you guys have? Him or Brandon?
Figaro. I didn't watch
this is a run back. This was a run back. Yeah, I got Figueiredo here. I think he can definitely step up, but this could be a banger of a fight, man. I mean, this can actually be fight of the night, in my opinion. Well, with the way that both of them fight. I don't think it goes 5 rounds though. We'll see that.
It's a style fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Whose style is going to win? You got a guy that's going to grind, and you got a guy that's going to try to slow it down, and then you got a guy that's just going to try to go like uber fast and just blitz them, and it's going to be like 2 cars like just racing as fast as they can at each other. And like, I just think the tougher guy is Figaro. I just think he has more tools in his belt, and I just feel like wherever the fight goes, he's going to win. I just, the first fight was close. I don't think it's going to be as close as this fight. I think Figaro figures it out sooner. I think he puts it together faster.
Cool. All right, in the main event, we got Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori. Who do you guys have?
Oh, this is easy. Izzy all day.
For real? This is easy?
Izzy's going to finish him within 3 rounds. I'll say TKO beginning of 3rd.
Tito.
As Izzy. Adesanya takes this one for sure.
You guys agreed on all the fights. It's nothing. It's nothing for me to write down. Nothing.
Oh, I have other fights. Are there other ones on here?
No, we just talk about the main one because we got it's actually close to an hour right now. So yeah, we got that in there. We got that locked in. I guess we can briefly talk about it. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs and then we'll wrap it up after this. So the NBA playoffs have started. The Lakers are out. Who else is out? That was in. The Knicks are out. It's a lot of stuff happening right now. So we got the Nets playing the Buccaneers, the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks won by three points. And they put together the best game plan and the best game they had all playoffs, and they only won by 3 points. I'm just gonna call this season. I'm gonna call that series 4-1. They're gonna lose. They kind of suck. Giannis is exposed. He needs some help. He shouldn't have took that contract.
Come into the Warriors, baby. Come to the Warriors.
This is the Nets championship to lose. It's all gonna be dependent on Harden. But
no, it's not. It don't matter.
Yeah,
they don't need him. They got KD.
I'm gonna make a flashy prediction, guys, and this is gonna really cost some shit. The Suns are gonna be in the finals against the Nets, and they're gonna win in 7 because they have the more complete team. It's a run back of when the Lakers had Peyton and Malone and all that firepower, star power. The Suns are the better team. Booker's on his Kobe mission right now. It's just the Chris Paul's like chasing that first title. Everything is there. I ordered my Kevin Johnson jersey. I am riding with the Suns to win. That's what I want. Suns.
I don't rock with Kevin Johnson, but I agree with everything you just said. I think the Clippers are the biggest sham. I'm glad that they're losing.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up.
No heart. No heart.
Yeah.
There's no heart on that team. Kawhi got no heart.
Wait. I think No Heart's actual real name is Paul George.
Yeah.
Paul George.
Yeah, that's true.
It's what? Let's talk about the Clippers real fast. That's your boy?
Yeah, he's in here.
Oh, okay, that's all good. Put him on the show. We'll watch. Well, Justin, no cursing for like 20 minutes.
I know my kids were listening. Trina's like, the kids are listening. I was like, oh my god.
All them F-bombs, man. It's all good.
But the Clippers, man, those guys, they just like since they've been together last year, man, a bunch of guys who don't want to work hard, who don't want to work together, who just think because they have a little, they play basketball on another team that they could just come together and play good. They're playing trash. I think they're down 2-0 to the Jazz. It is, right? They're playing the Jazz.
It's 3-0.
Yep, Jazz.
It's 3 or 2. 3 or
It's 2-0. 2-0.
Okay.
They play on Monday, I believe. Or they play tomorrow, Sunday.
Yeah, they suck, man. And shout out to Spider Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. He's been balling out. He kind of is like Dwayne Wade in those first couple of years in Miami. So But I disagree with Stephen A. saying that he was the greatest Jazz player of all time. You know,
Huh.
I,
Nah.
I'm gladly to dismiss Karl Malone because I hate him. But John Stockton, he for sure balled out, and they kind of,
Okay, yeah, the 13-year-old
Yeah.
girl thing. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. No, we gotta stick to the theme. If we're gonna bash, R. Kelly, we gotta bash Karl Malone.
Cancel culture. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
But I've been knew about that since I was since I was a teenager, so I just wasn't a fan of him. But anyway,
Yeah, Carl sucks. Melanin.
yeah, even
So
when
let me ask
he
you
went
this:
to the
the
Lakers,
Clippers.
Yep.
Wait, so do the Clippers blow it up? Because they're saying Kawhi's going to go, so Kawhi's leaving. I don't think Kawhi's past the season. Kawhi's not a loser. He's like, fuck this shit. He's already talking to the Heat, so I say he goes to South Beach. I say they trade whatever. They're going to bring him into Miami. They're going to bring somebody else, and Miami is going to reload because that's how they roll. Miami will reload. Their season was so disappointing because of how much, Tyler, they should have traded, and some other things. They just didn't upgrade enough, thinking that we're good enough. Everyone else upgraded fast. I mean, Brooklyn, all these teams, even the Jazz, everyone upgraded. Everyone reloaded. Even the Nuggets. Everybody reloaded, and the Heat was just like, no, we're cool. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't think Kawhi goes anywhere. I do think that they shake it up. I think he likes being in SoCal. But I mean, if anything, if I do see him going elsewhere, I have heard the Heat. Hey man, don't be sleeping on the Knicks though, man. The Knicks actually have positioned themselves with that cap room if they wanted to sign it a big name.
The problem with the Knicks, though, is that their coach is going to run that team into the ground. Like, poor Derrick Rose's knees are just starting to heal up from those Chicago Bulls years. That's the only problem. I like the coach. He's too hard on the players.
Hey, but it worked, though. He turned that organization around, at least for this season. We'll see if he can continue it. And we all kind of knew it when Tom Thibodeau got hired that he can do this. This is how I felt when he was on the team. Like, oh, he could do something. He has something about him that's kind of like, he's a hard guy, and he kind of makes him do a lot. For they say, especially with practice, but like you said, he GSD. All right, so thank you everybody for watching. Go ahead, Justin. Last words.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Hopefully, I didn't make it so this is my last appearance because I really liked it. So yeah, anytime I can come back, I'm down to talk sports or whatever.
Tito.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Sucks that Guru isn't here to end the show with us, but big shout out to Guru. Justin, thanks, man. Always a pleasure to have, new watchers, new listeners, spark up in any conversation, because that's what this show's about, man. Casual conversations, just, a couple of no-name guys, just, shooting the shit and giving opinion, on sports. So stay safe out there, guys. I know, in Cali, we're anticipating big changes, but, stay safe once again, and always a pleasure. I love doing this, man.
Yeah, me too. Well, if Guru was here, the first thing he'll say is thank you everybody for watching. We give out, shout out to people who watch and rewatch, who share it, because he get text messages from his family. They watch it after it goes off, and he shares it. So, but he can also share it beforehand. But that's another conversation. I would like to say thanks for coming on, Justin. Thanks for hitting me up and being a part of the show. It's always welcome.
Yeah,
having cool people on there. Like-minded people, and also different mind-like people. That's what makes the show interesting, and it's good. That you kind of brought your flavor. We, being a local thing, we do need a Niner fan on the show, so I guess it balances it out. I guess.
You're gonna have to learn to live with it. I mean, the Cowboy fan, you put up with that shit. You can put up with me. I don't know.
Let me tell you, we barely put up with it. So.
Yeah, I love you, Guru. I love you, man.
Guru. It's all good. But next week I'm gonna be out of town, so happy Father's Day to everybody out there. We won't be on that. So y'all happy Father's Day, fellas. I hope you have a good one next week. Hope y'all get some rest, because it's all fathers want. We do a lot of stuff, and we just want to go. We just want to be left alone, and maybe some. So it's all good.